Welcome to another episode of Fishing Box Addict. Today we are opening up a bag of Monsterbass. This is the February bag, and we'll see what we got in our monster bag. These bags are sometimes handy to keep some stuff in too, so it's not just the bag. We got some paperwork first. We have the cold water fishing tips. They always have some kind of tip guide. So it's always worth going through, checking it out. First is Moosebaits Quiver 4.5. It's a little worm with a tail on it, not like a little short worm, with a little bit of a tail, kind of a unique plastic. It's got, the color is watermelon red core, and it's 4.5 inches long. I can see this being pretty attractive to a fish. Good color, right presentation. I'm sure this can catch some fish. All right. Next in the monster bag is looks like it's called Dobbins. It's a jig with 2 spoons on there, Dobbins, Dobyns. It's got white and some silver and some patterns on the jig right there. It's got 2 silver spinners, 3/8 of an ounce. It's called Shimmer Shad. All right, so we got a jig. We almost always get a jig when we get monster bag. All right, well, these are nice. Some Gary Yamamoto. The 4-inch Zako. Let's see, these look a little bit like something I bought recently on my own, not from a bag, which was some tubes. Looks kind of similar, but instead of having the little tube, it's like a paddle tail of some sort. So it's very interesting. It's got like a little, I don't know how to describe this right here, ribbed section. Maybe it increases action on it, maybe. All right, some Gary Yamamoto. It's a little paddle tail 4-inch Zako. And the color, they call it Houdini. It's got a kind of a copper and red flakes on it. It's like a two-tone, with kind of a browner top and almost a see-through tan on the bottom. Good little bait, I think. Something I will definitely use is these. And Yamamoto always makes great stuff. So, very nice bag of plastics there. Ooh, okay. Some lead head, jig head hooks. All right, so you put your plastics. You can put one of your plastics on these. You probably definitely do this with the missile bait right here. Put the missile bait, rig it up with it, with the jig. I like these type of things. Can't get enough. And what I like about this one is it's a 3/0. A lot of times I'll see these and they're in 4/0 or bigger. I like a little smaller size sometimes. Trying to fish with some smaller hooks lately. And so, very much Z-Man swim bait eye, jig head with a 1/8 ounce and a 3/0 hook. Definitely will be using these. Definitely. Probably next time I go fishing. Okay. Like I said, that probably pairs up pretty well with this missile bait. Some Monsterbass monster stops. So these are the little stoppers they use for like something that slides up and down like a Carolina rig, and you peg it there and you lock it in place. I've never used these, but maybe I will. Next time I rig up like a Carolina rig, I'll peg it to the bead so it's not sliding back and forth. May help with casting it and a couple other things. So they call these a bobber stopper, but you can use these like on a bobber. You can use these on a weight on like a Carolina rig. So yeah, I might give it a shot. I've never used them before, but I'll see if it makes a difference. All right. A lot more terminal tackle on this bag here. First contact tungsten weights. Does it have the weight amount? Let's see. Looks like they've kind of fallen apart in the package. 3/16 of an ounce right there. 3/16. Not sure if you can see that. I should start filming these when I have my glasses. I could see probably better. All right, so some tungsten weights. Tungsten weights are kind of pricey sometimes, so these aren't cheap probably. You could use this with your Carolina rig right there, and use that and you peg it to the bead. So 3/16 of an ounce, kind of light, but like the tungsten is usually a little more pricey compared to like a steel or iron or lead or whatever it is weight. Okay, what else do we got? We got ourselves a little crankbait from 13 Fishing. Little crankbait. It's called a Flatty Daddy, so it's kind of a flat square bill. Pull it out of the package real fast. What do we got here? All right, there it is. Kind of got a flat top edge of it. There's the kind of square bill. Not quite a square bill, but it's squared off a little bit. I'm not sure what shape that is. Is that trapezoid? All right, so it's crankbait by 13 Fishing. Looks like it's 65 millimeters. It's meant to go, it says here, 3 to 6 feet depth. It's not a huge bill, but it's enough to get a little depth. I like the color of it actually, kind of a brownish natural look to it. Got the orange underbelly. If a fish sees that from looking up. All right, nice crankbait. What's this? Big Bite Baits Tour Toad Buzz. It's a little buzz bait, and it looks like a little frog. Interesting. So it's a frog buzz bait. Interesting. I don't have anything like this thing, and it looks like it maybe glows in the dark. I'm not sure. Does it say it's glow in the dark? A chartreuse blade with a white toad. So maybe it's not glow in the dark. Big Bite Baits. I've had a few items from them. Let's open it up and check it out. So you can see the little toad. You get the chartreuse. Ooh, it's got some smell to it, that's for sure. You can smell it from here. Cool, different little bait. I wonder if that would get some hits. I might throw this for a couple tosses. I'm actually going to a lake in next week. So maybe I'll throw this. My person in my boat be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I want to try this thing." All right. It's a little buzz bait, makes some noise. It's got a little frog look to it. Different. Definitely a unique bait. All right. Put that back. What else? We got a couple stickers on here. Okay, I don't think I have that sticker. We'll be throwing that one on the board. I think I have that one somewhere. Maybe not. I thought I had this one. Looking at the board, I don't see it. So 2 new things to add. And, all right, let's do our recap. Okay, we'll start putting some of the stuff back in the bag. All right, so we got our missile baits, quiver 4.5s, little wormtails. We got our Z-Man swim bait eye, 1/8 ounce, 3/0 hook. We got the Monsterbass monster stops. We got the spinner bait here. We got a crankbait from 13 Fishing. We got the Yamamoto paddle tails, and we got the Big Bites buzz bait, and we'll do the tungsten bullet weights. All right, so that's a pretty good haul. I paid $39 per bag for subscription to Monsterbass. I'd like to see the value of that. Did we get $40 worth of stuff? That's probably 6, 12, another 8, that's maybe 20. Maybe 7 or 8, that's 28. A couple bucks, it gets us to 30. Well, crankbait, 7 or 8, so it's 37, 38. Probably $5 for the weights, 43. Yeah, we definitely did. We probably got over $50 of value. And I was going to do something, a little comparison. So I bought another, as I put all this stuff away, I also bought a box on eBay, a mystery box from something called Moosebaits. So we're going to compare that, and I paid $39.99 for that. So we had $39.99 or $39 from Monsterbass, or $39.99 from Moosebaits. So let's compare and see which got a better value. So let's open up this box of Moosebaits. First item, I'm going to tell you right now, looking at these, one of the things I use the most is Kitech paddle tails, and these things look like rebranded Kitechs. I'm wondering if that's what these are. I mean, if you pull these out, that is pretty much what the Kitechs look like. So I'm not sure if they are Kitechs rebranded, but these paddle tails look pretty nice. Very similar to, like I said, Kitechs. It's got a little slit there. Target area, so we got some nice paddle tails. Doesn't say color or anything, but it's branded in the Moosebaits packaging. And then we have some Rapala Crush City Customs Bronco Bug, salt scented infused green pumpkin. So this is some Bronco Bug. I'm not sure if I want to open this. It's scented, but it looks like a pretty nice plastic from Rapala. Oh, what are these? These are a jig eye cleaner. Oh, wow, look at that. So you see that? I've never seen these before. You put that in, and it kind of cleans out your jig eye before you're trying to put the line through it. Sometimes those jig heads are really narrow. This thing has like a pointed edge, and you could probably clean it out and make it a little bit larger. That could be handy, especially for people with eyes like mine. So an Eagle Claw jig eye cleaner, not something I don't have. Interesting. Got a Moosebaits sticker. We'll add the Moosebaits sticker to the collection. I think Monsterbass beat him on the sticker, but we'll use all three and add them to the board. So we got 2 bags of plastics, a jig eye cleaner, Micro Finesse. These are looks like crappie type baits. Little drop shot stuff from Z-Man. Got an orange and yellow. They call it Fire. I gotta get my glasses out. Fire or something. All right. So these are Micro Finesse. Probably use these like on a drop shot or something. Okay, some Z-Man Micro Finesse stingers. All right. Some Gamakatsu 6/0 super line spring hooks. So you can rig up your plastics, and I forgot the term for them off the top of my head, but you roll the plastic on there, and you can jig it, line it up any way you want. Kind of firmly sets it there so it doesn't get loose. Sometimes people use super glue, but you can use these with the spring there to lock it in, the spring lock. There's a term for it. I'm blanking on it. I've used it before. I'll probably remember by the end of the video. So two nice little hooks. Some Daiichi J-Wide bait hooks, 2/0. So one thing I like is it's 2 different size hooks. You got a 2/0, a 6/0. This one's got more in there. It's a quantity of 6, where this is just 2. But 2 sets of tackle, terminal tackle hooks. We got a little chatterbait, a chatterbait micro from Z-Man, 1/8 ounce. Chartreuse is the color. See that? Z-Man micro chatterbait. I wonder what you'd use these for, these small ones. I wonder if their trout might be interested in those. Some black stick baits. Now, I almost feel like their plastics that they're putting in moose bait are rebranded stuff. I think they're getting it from somewhere and putting their own packaging, kind of like a Fish Guy type of product. Some black stick baits. All right. There's a little smell to them, but it might be mostly rubber, rubber smell. Some stick baits from Moose Baits. Jigs and grubs. Little crappie baits there. Jig them down there below. Get some crappie. All right. These are chartreuse is the color, man. We're getting a lot of yellow stuff. All right. Cool. Add that to the stuff. I don't really go crappie fishing much, but if I do, I'll be ready. And some curly tail grubs. Some little curly tail grubs. Also probably good for crappie. All right, so there you go. It's got a black body with the yellow tail. Curly tail grubs. Another triple tail grubs. And this one's got a jig on it. I didn't see a jig on this one. But this one's got a jig head in there. You see the yellow jig head. These are kind of gold color, triple tail. I don't really want to open the package. It's all stapled up. But lots of plastics in this Moose Baits box. I paid exactly pretty much the same price as I paid for the Monsterbass. Which one would you prefer? The Monsterbass or the Moose Baits? I got this off eBay for 40 bucks. I figured, what the heck? I'll open on the channel. I'll do something with the Moose Baits. So Sunfish Swirl 5-inch stick bait. All right. Like I said, I think a lot of these plastics that they're rebranding, they're repackaging. I don't see why it's necessary unless they're buying them in bulk and then just repackaging them, which might be happening. So let's recap the Moose Baits box. You got stick bait. One's a dark black, and the other one's a sunfish swirl. It looks like kind of a watermelony color. Got the micro chatterbait. Got the eagle jig eye cleaner. Got some big Mojo wide bait hooks. These are 6 quantity, 2 aughts. Got some Gamakatsu 6-aught spring lock systems to lock your bait in place. Can definitely use these with these baby bass paddle tails that remind me of Kitex a lot. I'm not sure if they are, but they sure do look like them. I might even go home and compare them. I have a whole bunch at home. So Kitex are pretty popular at my lake. We got some grub packages. Got the Z-Man Micro Finesse. Got the Craws. So let's recap this one. So we got the three bags of tails and grubs right here. Probably 10 bucks for that. Got the 2 hooks, probably $3 or $4 there. So you got 13, 14. Probably $4 for the Micro Finesse Z-Man. So we're at 18. Probably $6, $7 for the paddle tails. That's 25. Got these hooks here. Probably another 5. That's 30. The Crush City Bronco bugs. Let's say I'm losing track of my money here. Probably gets us to 40. Probably close to 50. So Moose Bait's not too bad. I mean, no hard baits, all plastics and tackle. I'm okay with that. I have enough hard baits as it is. What do you guys think of Moose Baits, eBay? Or do you prefer the Monsterbass? Anyways, 2 interesting boxes. We'll see how you guys think. If you guys comment below on which one you think was better deal, which one would you have taken for 40 bucks? Until next time, if you like seeing things open, Fishing Box Addict hasn't broken the addiction yet. I'll continue opening stuff and keeping the channel going. Hopefully it'll get to 200 pretty soon. I'm pretty excited about the growth. And keep watching. Catch some fish. Until next time, Out.